But I've set boundaries now, and I'm in this weird place in my life right now where I've never had boundaries with either one of my parents. I've just been like a grace person. Like, how can I love this person well? I've always been like that towards people. How can I love this person well? How can I make sure that they know that, go out of my way, that they know that there's nothing between us, that there's anything like that. And now I'm at this place where it's like, I got my wife, I've got my 2 kids, and if this man wants to be involved in my life, he can be involved if he wants to. But I'm done being that person that's always reaching out, which is a weird place for me because that's always been the posture of my heart. But I mean, just within this past year, I'm setting boundaries. If you want to come around, you come around and come hang out with your grandkids. If you don't, then I'm okay. I will love you from a distance, and my love for you will never change. I have deep affection for you, but these kids are my priority right now. Not making sure you feel okay for, your absence, or making sure that does that make any kind of sense at all?
100%.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say he, let me rephrase this.
Yeah.
Like, we so often look to other places to find our validation for our past.
Yeah.
And there's only one place that we can look.
All right.
And all honesty, most men end up really, and this is where there is a lot of pains in marriage, is most men look to their wives for that.
Yep.
And a woman cannot validate a man. Only a man can validate a man.
Yeah.
Now, I will definitely speak to our Heavenly Father, who is 100% Father, 100% Mother. That's what makes him, because he is God. He is all.
Yeah.
Right? And so people say I'm not putting Jesus in a dress. I'm not putting Jesus. I'm just.
Yeah.
He is. Like, Jesus was a man, and that's the only part. God on the other side.
We were made in God's image, male and female. He made them. But he identifies. That's so weird to say, but he reveals himself as Father.
Yes, he reveals himself as Father. That's perfect.
Yeah.
But that's where my dad has to find that for himself. I have to make sure that I'm finding that for myself. My sons are going to have to find that for themselves. Yep. I mean, that's probably the hardest thing in the whole world. And every man who's got older kids now will say that. Like, it's that transition stage of, hey, at 4, their relationship with Jesus is your relationship with Jesus, right? But at 16, it's not.
Yeah.
And like, you so badly want to, but you have to learn to let go and stuff like that. But anyway, so
I know we're not even getting through. Edit as you will, take out what you will, and we'll see where it goes. I mean, I'm just happy to be here talking to you about it. When I talk about my parents, this will obviously be out there in the world for people to listen to, and my goal is to never make anybody that I'm talking about feel bad. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think that anything I said would make anybody feel bad, because it's just real. But that's where I find myself right now, is setting boundaries with my dad, and that's important for my marriage. It's important for my kids, and I tried to explain it to him, but he doesn't get it. So
no,
feel free to remove that if you want to, but
I won't remove it. I had to set boundaries with my parents, and
it's healthy for marriage. You got to do it for your marriage.
Yeah, my marriage is without a doubt. I have a friend who literally the reason he moved to Auburn was because he needed to be able to set serious boundaries for his marriage to continue to grow and sustain and become this beautiful thing. And actually, he's been a podcast guest, and he talks about, like, moving to Auburn was one of the best things I ever did for my marriage, because there just wasn't any boundaries, and it's hard for him even still, because he has such a deep-rooted relationship with his parents.
Yeah.
But you have to put when you get married, the Bible's very clear. Like, leave your mom and dad, and it's not that I don't love you. It's not that I don't think that you're important in my life. It's not that I don't want you to be a part of my life. But you have to understand, now I have my journey.
Exactly. And it leaves room for misunderstanding and for misinterpretation of your intentions, and your actions do that. But that also falls on the backside of their journey as well, where they got to figure that out. And that's okay. You let these grown people be grown people and try to walk with God themselves and pray about it.